let's see, audio levels. Okay, let's start with that. And now live. Okay, so now share, copy, I'm gonna recopy, pop out chat, yes. So now live. Okie dokie. Some announcements. Uploads, red circle, live, yeah. How are the audio levels? That looks good. Alrighty. So, what is QBE? QBE is QBE is a compiler backend. So here's the page for QBE, and as you can see, there is an IR, just like how LLVM has LLVM IR. QBE IR is a bit different. And so, okay, so I'm just gonna open up a terminal, and I'm also gonna sync my Helix configuration. Yep. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go into Playground. I'm gonna QBE. I'm just gonna say touch test.ssa. So QBE uses SSA files, and what you do is I'm just gonna write out essentially this over here. I'm just gonna write out a hello world. So what I'll do first is say data fmt, and then I basically do a sequence of bytes. So it has string syntax to make things a bit easier. So like I can do hello world \n. I can do b0, so it's null terminated. And then what I'll do is I'll do export function w, which is the integer type. I believe it's just an unsigned 32-bit integer, or actually just a 32-bit integer. I don't think QBE IR differentiates. Hello, headset, welcome. How's it going? So, yeah, now I gotta ret 0. And I'm just gonna also, oh, that's good. I like hearing when people are doing good. You tried out Helix already? That was quick. What did you think of it? still convenient, but so far it's good. Yeah, if you want, feel free to steal stuff from my configuration. It's the cool thing about Helix is it's super easy to get a good configuration up and running. Like, I think my entire configuration can fit, in this little terminal pane. Config.toml. I mean, not quite, but close. It's really short. And I do have a languages.toml file in there, but that's different. Hello, Theo. How's it going? Just add in QBE to my Rebos configuration so it persists across any other machines and Gentoo installations. That's good. No. This device has actually had Gentoo for quite a bit of time now. Let's see. System age info. Age. It's 5 months old. Yeah, Gentoo's very stable. I love it. Rebos gen commit QBE compiler backend. Rebos gen list. Rebos gen current build. Audio levels are getting a little louder, aren't they? I can also turn down. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, something like that maybe. That good? Yeah, shoot. I'm willing to answer any questions you have, as long as I can answer them. How did you break something with your hostname? Oh, Gentoo does have an issue. So I install it from the Linux Mint Live environment, and the hostname just keeps being set to Mint. I found the solution is to install Network Manager as my network, manager. So I use Network Manager, so I have commands like nm2e, nmcli, whatever. And then I just set my hostname through Network Manager. Yeah, Rebos does whatever, yeah. Like, Rebos has default manager files included for things like Flatpak and Cargo and stuff, but that it's not limited to just that. You don't even have to do Flatpak and Cargo. You can remove support for that. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm not really sure how I would implement that in a distro agnostic way. I'll probably maybe add a way to do that, but honestly, I'm a little hesitant to do something like that. And the reason why is because I want it so you can also, if you want to, just have like Rebos will, if you add something to your Rebos configuration, that's like adding something permanently. If you just install it regularly without Rebos, it's just for that installation specifically. Like no future installations and no other machines. And Rebos does have support for adding stuff specifically for one machine, but not the others. Rebos, I don't think will have macOS support. Maybe I'll add capture. I did get an issue on Rebos that someone filed where they wanted a feature where you could just quick add. So without editing config files, you just quick add. I'm just a little hesitant against that. Because your configuration files can get very out of hand very quickly. And I don't want to hear people complaining like, hey, my configuration files are extremely out of hand. Yeah, if you create feel free to create a pull request that adds macOS support. There's nothing, I don't have anything against macOS per se, just I don't have a MacBook or whatever, so I'm not able to test it. So yeah, if you add macOS support, then I can like make a note in the README saying, hey, Rebos technically supports macOS, and then I'll point to your pull request. But then I'll add a disclaimer like, hey, I'm the lead developer, but I don't have a MacBook, so I can't guarantee this will work on macOS. Something like that. Okay, so now I have QBE. Okay, so now it does not. I know someone tried that. It's because Rebos uses Rebos uses a directory that macOS simply doesn't have, and like I'm not hard coding directories. I'm using crates dirs. I'm using this crate for directory bases, and there's a directory that Rebos uses that macOS simply doesn't have. It's the it's the state dir. macOS doesn't have this, so I think it'd be simple, just like simple enough to add a check for that and an exception, and then it should support macOS. So QBE is a binary that takes in QBE IR syntax, and it generates assembly. And made a typo, didn't I? I need to start. So QBE is a binary that takes in QBE syntax, generates assembly, and then you compile that assembly. And that's how QBE works. It has, yeah, you get that, but normally when you get a fresh Arch minimal installed and then you do start rising, Rebos just basically captures all of the disk and then stores it in some. Right. macOS has that. I don't know. Again, I don't own a macOS device, so I can't verify anything. Temporary file, and then you finish the capture by Rebos stop and capture something, and then constantly confirm change thingy when the user accepts changes. I don't know, that it just seems very complicated, not really good. Like, let me, like, it's good to just off the bat structure everything. I want to encourage structuring. So, like, for example, I have my entire configuration is structured, and I want to encourage this just so, because you won't believe some of the things I've gotten issues for. Like, people direct message me on Discord like, hey, can you help me with this, like my Rebos configuration, like, yada yada yada. I just don't want to introduce more of that, if you know what I mean. Anywho, let's add some more in here. So this is the basics of QBE. So QBE links in with libc, which will be interesting to play with. There we go. Temperate, and then test them. What is your normal way to install fonts and install them fast in any distro, not using the system packages that some distros offer, but others don't? Well, I actually don't really. So the only external font I install is JetBrains Mono Nerd font, and I just do that via my Rice setup script. Like, you could also do it, like, you could set it up to where it could be done with Rebos without using system packages. You just have to write a script and stuff. But, and then add a manager for it. But what I do is I just pull it down straight from their GitHub. Like, I literally just download it, unzip it, remove some of the extra files that aren't needed, and then remove the zip file, run fc-cache, and then, yeah, that's it. That's all I do. Okay, time to actually play with QBE. As in, like, actually build a compiler. So, yeah, so what fc-cache does is it regenerates your font cache. Alright, so gitlab.com/noxel-lang/neural specs. Or, no. gitlab.com/noxel-lang neural specs. Yep, there we go. And, right, light mode, because I didn't frickin' sign in. Can I just do that without any hassle, please? Remember me, please? Yep. Awesome. Thank you. GitLab. Okay. So, so I'm creating a programming language. It's called Noxel. And I have an IR for it. So Noxel is compiler backend independent. It could compile using LLVM. It could compile using QBE. It does not matter. If it exists, Noxel can compile to it, because all you have to do is just create a compiler for Neural, and Neural is designed to be stupid easy to build a compiler for. Like, Strings don't have any special characters really, except for byte sequences, which are extremely easy to parse. And it's so parser friendly, it doesn't even make you parse floats. It just gives you like a float keyword and then 2 parameters after it. And when you're doing math, it uses keywords to do math instead of the mathematical symbols. Like, it's designed to be extremely easy to parse, with very few extra components to the syntax. What neary means? Neary. Neary. Doesn't look like it. Also move to trash, please. I should probably not show my emails, I just realized. No, Neary... Oh. Knurl. No. No, Knurl... yes. Wait, yeah. It's, Knurl... Yeah, it stands for Noxel Intermediate Representation Language. So IR stands for Intermediate Representation. So Knurl is the Noxel Intermediate Representation Language, and it's another like alternative definition for people who want to use Knurl for languages other than Noxel. It could also stand for Nice Intermediate Representation Language, because why not? But yeah, so the reason I decided to do the stream where I mess with QBE is because I actually did start work on a Knurl LLVM implementation, but it's written in C++, and I'm honestly getting kind of tired of C++, and I still gotta work on this, and I'm dreading that. I'll probably rewrite it, because my C++ stinks. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is do cargo new Knurl QBE. And I'm gonna write it in Rust. Yeah, so what Knurl is it's a compatibility layer between my language, Noxel, and a compiler backend like LLVM. LLVM has its own IR. So, bytecode. If you compile an application for an ARM CPU, for Linux on ARM, that application binary will only run on Linux on ARM. You cannot run that binary on Windows on ARM. You cannot run it on Linux on x86. It is completely incompatible with other systems. What LLVM and other compiler backends like it do is they streamline the process for creating, doesn't have to be necessarily optimized, but things like LLVM do optimize the crap out of your code. What they do is compiler backends basically make it so you have a common interface. It's an abstraction, so you can compile the same program to whatever platform that compiler backend supports. So LLVM supports a ton of different platforms, so anything that can compile to LLVM can compile to any of those platforms. But all these compiler backends have their own special IR. So just like how these different CPUs have their own special assembly syntaxes, LLVM and QBE, they have different IRs. So what Knurl is an IR that sits on top of those other IRs. So Knurl is an abstraction. So compiler backends are CPU agnostic and operating system agnostic. Knurl makes it so your language can be compiler backend agnostic. And I think this is very important because languages like Rust and Zig are hopelessly tied to LLVM. And the only way to untie them from LLVM is to literally basically rewrite the language from scratch, which is, I do not wish that upon anyone, especially with something like Rust. and like it needs to be one-to-one compatible and all that, and it's just annoying. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a very, very simple IR that can sit between that. So then there's one there's one Noxel implementation that compiles to neural, and then there's many different neural implementations, but neural is so frickin' simple and doesn't receive updates that it's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Basically decoupling up the wazoo. So yeah. And I need to build the parser. So mkdir src. I'm not gonna write anything in Go. Nope. Nope, 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 no. I'm not ever. I love Rust. It makes development feel so natural. So right now I'm just building out the code structure. Mod parser, mod lexer, and then now I got to do for demonstration purposes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a file, and I'm just going to say let my neural equal stdfs read to string unwrap, and I'm going to say just test.neural. And alright, see you, crazy. Have a good time. My neural. Touch test.neural. Test. I'll put, I gotta do function i32 main return 0. So this is just some basic neural right here. So now just making sure that works. Yep, it works. And now time to build the lexer. So what I gotta do is I got to token stream parser lexer lexer tokenize. Yes, this like this, and I gotta do my neural. And now time to actually build the lexer. So I'm gonna do it parser style, where instead of a single function I just do or actually that might not be necessary. I'll do it. So what I'll do is I'll create a struct called pubstruct lexer, and what I'll do now is I'll hold some state. So I'll have a lifetime here. I'll say input will be a string slice, and index usize. And I guess that's all. I guess another errors. Lexer error. Pub enum lexer error. Or actually, pub struct, so I can include a span. Pub span, yeah. And then pub kind, lexer error kind. Pub struct, pub enum, lexer error kind. And then I gotta do I'll just put some stuff in here like invalid token. Or I'll do invalid token and invalid token data. Something like that, and then I gotta create span. So parser span.rs. And what I'll do is I'll put pub struct span. Derive debug clone copy EQ partial EQ ord partial ord and hash. And then I got to do pub start usize, pub end usize. Actually, I could do a range. Pub range. Usize. Parser mod. Pub mod span. Use std ops range. Or actually, I won't use range directly. I'll actually do pub start usize, pub end usize, and then I'll do implement span pub function new self and I'll do start usize, end usize, and I'll do in here, or actually, I will do a range usize. Start range dot start, end range dot end, and then I'll do pub function range, and I'll inline this. What I'll do is range usize, or just self, return self dot start, self dot end, like that. Yeah, I'm not touching the Rust toolchain with a 10-foot pole. Well, admittedly, I'm not really the most Rust bro ever. I'm actually more of a... In fact, the whole reason I'm doing this stream is because I'm writing a programming language to replace Rust. People like to say Rust is hard, but it's really not. So that should be span implemented. And yeah. So now use super span. Well, yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm replacing Rust with Rust, yeah. I'm doing, so Rust, you can't create a compiler for something in the language that you're creating a compiler for. So, like, for example, the first ever Rust compiler was written in OCaml, and after that they bootstrapped it. So yeah, they rewrote the Rust compiler in Rust once Rust was actually compilable. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to rewrite the Noxel compiler in Noxel. Now this is actually a neural compiler. Neural is the intermediate representation for Noxel. So if it's written in an inferior programming language that could cease to exist in the future, then it doesn't matter, because neural is designed to be so stupid easy to write a compiler for that if any other neural compilers just cease to work, anyone could just write a neural compiler in a single afternoon. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm writing a neural compiler for QBE, because I tried doing it with C++ and LLVM, but it was a little painful, to say the least. Like, bro, the C++ standard library is already confusing enough. Meme. Yeah, that's a typo. Scream C++ was pet. Oh. Yeah. There was a point where C++ was there was a point where C was considered a high-level language. Like, bro, what? Same with assembly. Sadly, I don't think bytecode was ever considered high level. Actually, maybe, because back then people were plugging in discrete components to program stuff. So bytecode would have been considered quite high level. But that'd be like, that wouldn't really count, because without bytecode you wouldn't have a functional CPU. Bytecode is literally how the CPU works. Nah, I mean, yeah, technically it's high level, but it's, by today's standards, no, it is not. Token stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hate how Rust needs LLVM. Will I ever add Rebus to Guru? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've just been caught up with my own stuff to add stuff to Guru. I ultimately I want to create my own Gentoo overlay. It's just proven kind of difficult. But I'll see. I'll try. Occlusion couldn't be to Gentoo. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, if I were to create a Gentoo overlay, something I'd want to put in there is the Florp desktop version, because I'm using the Flatpak right now, which does not integrate with my system as well. Like, It's not using my GTK theme. It's not using my cursor theme. It's just, you know. Yeah, I mean, I have an Arch repository. It's easy. I have... A Gentoo overlay is probably miles easier than an Arch repository, but, you know, I just need to get to it. And I just haven't. Token kind. I need EOF. I do not need EOL, because that's like an unnecessary token. I need... Let me look at... I already have all these token kinds in C++, so I'm gonna look at them so I can just copy. Okay. Keyword struct, keyword enum, keyword union, keyword function, keyword var, keyword set, keyword call, keyword return, keyword cast, keyword add, keyword sub, keyword mul, keyword div. And now I need to do the overflowing and the saturating version of these. So I need OAdd and SAdd. Yeah, I mean, I successfully created an overlay. I just failed in actually, like, pushing a package to it. Not that I got errors or anything. I just didn't want to figure out how to write a package build. No, an e-build right there, because believe it or not, before now I actually did not have an internet connection, so I was using my slow-ass hotspot, which, fun fact, I actually opened up an issue on the Xenotic GitLab because of it. Let's see, issues. This is my issue. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Holy shit. Ha. I put 2 and 2 together. Damn. Something fun is when you just do stuff at 3 a.m. and then you don't remember what you did. It's like I'm drunk. No, I didn't even make an e-build. I just looked at it, I was like, I do not have the bandwidth for waiting, pun unintended. I do not have the bandwidth for waiting for my internet to load to find out how to figure out how to... Basically, I just had to load the Gentoo wiki and it's taking forever. Hello, Ink. How's it going? Oh, I didn't discuss anything in the Discord. What do you mean? Is headset still in the stream or? Go for it. Go for it. I might do a custom kernel so I can get true color in the TTY. No, I saw the man pages. I just don't want to read a man page when I could read the well-formatted wiki. Man pages make my brain shut down. How is it? What do you have in your custom kernel? Open curly, close curly. I need curly, paren, and bracket. Paren, bracket. Ooh. Curly, paren, and brackets. Curly, paren, and bracket. Yep. And then I need type signed int. And this will have a bitage of, I'll use U16 for the bitage. Type unsigned int. U16 type float. The bitage will be U16. And then TK signed int literal. Literal signed int I128. Literal unsigned int U128. Literal float F64, or actually for precision I'll do what is the stmem size of F64? Nope. What about U64 as expected 8 bytes, F64 8 bytes. So what I'll do actually is I'll do I32 and I32 and U32, and this will be float. Oh, so your custom kernel is just removing stuff. No. So if you're familiar with C++, you'll know that there's these, or actually I need to pull down changes to see these, because I did this recently. There's this cstd int header that you can include, and it includes this like int 64 underscore t. That's essentially like in Rust. So instead of int 64 underscore t, it's just i64, or like uint 64 t, it's u64. So they're integer types. That's what the u and the I and the stuff are. I mean, I'm not a pro at C++, but I'm familiar with it. It's not a hard language to learn. Then again, I know a lot of languages, so I guess it's not fair for me to say that. Oh wait, I don't need a float literal. Woo! Neural specification, here's save my ass. Signed int, unsigned int. I need a string literal string, RC string, literal char. I need assign var call colon. I need ptr point, or just ptr ref. Actually, I'll call this pointer ref. Pointer dref. And that's all my token types. Cool. Alright. See ya, Josh. Have fun with your thermoplastic die cast. Not really sure what that is. Enemy. I have done a little, yeah. Yeah, I think everyone's done some amount of C++, whether they like to admit it or not. I'm actually learning C at the moment. Yeah, that's wise. C, knowing C is a good thing. Did he just yeah, I typed the exit command in a bash shell. I always do that. I don't know why. Just feels better than closing the terminal. I don't know. LC, oh yeah. Someone else mentioned LC3. I don't want to use Control D. I can type so fast, it doesn't really matter. I can actually type faster than I can think sometimes. This morning I got a words per minute. I got a WPM of 89. So I think I'm doing okay. It's late in the evening, so I might be a little slower, but let's see what my typing is. Alright. $92. and a raw WPM of 98 or 99. So what I'm doing is, enemy, I'm building a compiler for my IR that uses QBE as the compiler backend. And yeah, I know light mode, get used to it, but yeah, so I'm building a compiler for my IR just so I can get immediate results when I actually start on the actual language. Heh. Well, I can think, so let me rephrase. I can think really fast, but when I'm programming, I have to think of words that come after, and I have to take in a lot of other factors. So on top of thinking of the next word, I have to derive that word from somewhere. So it takes a lot of time to figure out what I'm going to type. So I'm not always able to keep up with my typing. Cheeky. Cheeky. Yeah, this is my Hyperland rice. Actually, this morning I wrote, or not this morning, but this evening, I wrote a script, hyper. Simply just so, because Gen 2 actually has Hyperland 0.44, but Arch, which is what I run on that laptop that for whatever reason can't do Gen 2, which is sad. It has 0.45, but 0.45 has breaking changes to my configuration, so I wrote an entire script for compatibility bridging. It does not compile yet. That is what I'm trying to achieve. Ah, well, my rice isn't... Well, the problem with rices on r/Unix porn is they're all... I don't really know what a good term for this is. Oh, I got one. They're all plastic. Like, they're all plastic, but no authenticity. My rice is completely natural, no plastic, and it is functional. Every single part of my rice is functional, whereas rices on r/Unix porn usually just try and look good, but suffer from functionality issues, just like people who inject themselves with plastic. It's like, here's like the most flashy part of my rice, is just the fact that I can change my colors. Is it necessary? No, that's why I call it flashy. AU. Here's a color scheme that I actually created. Silk Dark. I personally like it. Oh, and my rice can do CSS overrides too. So you can do like you can change the CSS of the rice too, without actually modifying the git status, by the way. Arc Dark. I was gonna try, what's the color scheme that DT really likes? Doom 1. I was gonna add that to my rice. Oh, Well, ricing the terminal colors, it's so it matches the rest of your rice. That's why you do it. I actually take ricing terminal colors to the point where even my TTY has riced colors. TTY color tool get. Or it, not right now, but when I enter TTY, it rices them for me via my bash RC. How do you lose functionality? Boom, I just modified kernel parameters. Oh, well, yeah, you customize your terminal colors with the matching... Yeah, like, I agree. I cannot stand it when people rice their terminals but make all the colors look the same. Like, the KDE terminal rices drive me absolutely up the wall, because, like, the person ricing will make all their colors just different shades of orange, for example, and it's really, really weird, and it pisses me off. So yeah, I agree with you. Like, when I change my terminal colors, I always make sure they match the ANSI corresponding color. Bad apple in the Linux terminal. It even has audio support. That's why I had to pass -- mute to my little program. I wrote it in, like, an hour. I really got to rewrite it, make my terminal video player better, because it takes a while to start up, and then it even has a chance of getting killed by the kernel for using too much memory. So I got to rewrite it to make it better. It's using my 2E library too, so it has features like, for example, right now, it only refreshes parts of the screen that actually need to change. Which it's still lagging because there's a lot of stuff changing. Even inside of the black and white, there's like subtle shades that are changing. Fancy CMD? Okay, yeah, Tenley J, if you want this, frick, Termova. It's just a program I wrote to play stuff, play videos in the terminal, and it's true color too, so it's not just black and white, like it, oh. Yeah, I mean, fancy CMD is kind of a weird way to put it, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, anything Windows related when it comes to the terminal, if you're using the terminal in Windows, like, it's kind of like, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, there's the Southern Water Tribe and then the Northern Water Tribe. The Southern Water Tribe is just like some igloos. and like they're just like it's basically just simple, kind of a cheap imitation of, like, nowhere close to the Northern Water Tribe. And the Northern Water Tribe, it's like fancy ice skates and stuff and whatnot. Linux and Windows, when it comes to terminal, it's like that. Linux is like the Northern Water Tribe, where everything cool terminal related comes from there, basically. And then it might stream itself down to Windows eventually, and then Windows gets a cheap imitation of it. It's sort of like that. Oh, sorry. I mean, it's not much of a spoiler. It's not a huge part of the storyline. Except for the fact that something does happen there. You know what? I won't spoil it. Oh, dang. Dang. I found out my brother actually has 40 words per minute, which is average, and he chicken pecks, which is kind of impressive. Actually, it's above average for him. Gruvbox? Yes, I do. Yeah, chicken pecks. It's just where, like, you just use your 2 pointer fingers to type instead of all your fingers. Yeah, I have Gruvbox. Actually, Gruvbox is the default theme on my rice. Gruvbox is definitely one of my favorites, but I've come to like Everforest a lot. Well, because typing with all your fingers is hard. I started out chicken pecking. I was programming in Python chicken pecking. The pace of backspace. I don't quite understand. Material 1. No, I do not. But I have hyper themes. Oop. I have all these, and then I have these. Yeah, that's it. But I do also have city animated wallpaper support. This is my favorite color scheme to play terminal games in. Yeah, people have asked me if I would ever use Dvorak, and I just always answer no, because QWERTY works well enough for me. And Dvorak is not really standard. Oh, this is monkey type. They're using monkey type. I use T-typer because I'm cool. How are you... You guys are 100% accurate, and you're getting these high words per minute. What's my favorite video game? I have a few. I don't really play video games, but Super Tux, Super Tux Kart, Xenotic, and Minecraft. Oh yeah, Zero AD 2, though I really only play that with Zany. I don't really play it on my own. Speaking of which, I kind of miss Zany. Where is he? He kind of just disappeared. I play Minecraft with client-side mods. I don't enjoy playing Minecraft with game-changing mods. Oh, he got a girlfriend. Dang. Lucky. Hex? Does Hex have... Can you explain what you mean by that? Because like, hexadecimal numbers? I don't quite understand. Span. Kind. Oh, helix. Oh, have debug. Not too sure what you mean by that either. Well, see, whenever I interact with programming languages, it's either through my editor using a basic LSP, which, like, all the LSP does is just provide hints and stuff. Think of Copilot if Copilot was actually morally based. Except it's also not like Copilot because it only, like, does auto-completion. It doesn't generate huge swaths of code. And then I also, whenever I run my programming language or debug errors or whatnot, I just do it through a regular terminal prompt. So, I don't know. Probably as debug. I would be surprised if it doesn't have such a useful feature to some people. Helix has a lot of features out of the box. Oh, right, I was going to create a token stream. Pub struct token stream tokens vec token. Index. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Josh cleared it up for me. Helix. Also, you don't need to mention me, because I read the chat anyways. I'm pretty good about reading every single message. So, you don't need to @ me, because then I have this the annoying little orange blob on my screen. I'm not mad or anything. Just, you know. Okay, now that was just disrespectful. Spam. My favorite keyword? I don't know. I'm at the point in programming where, you know, I don't fixate on the actual language itself, per se. Like, not the syntax more, but the language. So, I'd say my favorite keyword maybe is var or function or set. One of those. Maybe return. I don't have a video explaining how to set up Hyperland, but you're not the first to ask that. The problem is I don't know if I don't know how beneficial of a video that'd be, and like it doesn't kind of like people who ask that I think don't need a video. The Hyperland wiki is very detailed. It's easy to read through, and it's just, you know, you really don't need a video about it, because Hyperland kind of just documents itself. It's extremely simple. Like, if I did anything of the sorts, I'd probably end up doing just, like, tips and tricks that you probably didn't know. Oh, my specific setup. It's... My specific setup, it's, all you have to do is, in the README, there's instructions. You install the required programs, configure SDDM if you want, install Oh My Bash or something else. Essentially, the optional stuff, it's not Rice specific, really. Make sure curl bash and git are installed, which they should be. The only thing you might have to install is git. Run this command, then you just run this command, it evaluates the setup script, and then you just start Hyperland after that, and optional source one of the alias files into your shell just to make it so you can, for example, type update-rice when you want to update the configuration. And then you configure your GTK theme in NWG look, and then there are just some more in here. And then when you want to update the rice, this is how you do it. And then I also have art credits down here for things like that animated wallpaper. Minimoss. They make some good stuff. Don't install Ubuntu. Ubuntu is just pain waiting to happen. Trust me when I say this, Arch is more enjoyable than Ubuntu. Oof. Well, okay. The problem with Ubuntu is it has very terrible package availability, and it also has very old packages. So ricing on Ubuntu is an absolute nightmare. That's why all the ricers use Arch, is because Arch has a ton of packages available, and they're all on the newest version. Void Linux. Aha. I tried Void, but it didn't really work, so that's actually why I'm using Gentoo. Like, if Void worked for me, I'd be using Void right now as well, but nah, doesn't work. Also, Void has a really terrible package management system. Gentoo. Yeah, you should swap to Arch when you get the chance if what you want to do is racing. Gen 2, yeah. Gen 2. The cool part about Gen 2 is you manually install it too, so it's not like an installer. You actually like go into something like the Linux Mint Live environment, and then you download the Gen 2 stage 3 tarball, you extract it, you format your disk and stuff. So the Gen 2 installation's a bit a little complicated. You're fine as long as you follow the handbook, but the Gen 2 installation is very rewarding, and using Gen 2 as a whole is very rewarding. I highly recommend it. Gen 2 versus Arch. Well, they're both rolling-ish release distributions. I think they're both rolling release. I'm not sure if Gen 2 is necessarily rolling release, but Gen 2 also has new packages. Rolling release just means instead of releases, it's constantly updated. So, like, you have Ubuntu 22.04 and whatnot, but with Arch you just have Arch, because it's just constantly updated. There's no such thing as like Arch 5 or whatever. So yeah, rolling release. So they always have new packages, the newest versions of those packages. Another thing is they are very minimal out of the box, so you install the bulk of your stuff yourself, which is perfect for me because I have my own environment and I know exactly what I need to install and stuff. So like, I don't have any big desktop environments installed. I only have Hyperland and Mate, just because Gen 2. I installed Mate for some initial setup stuff. And yeah, so I get to really I have fine granularity over like picking and choosing what I want to install on my system. And then another thing is Gen 2 has use flags, so I could actually strip out features that I don't need from packages, or add in features that packages normally don't have enabled by default. And it's a really awesome experience with Gen 2. Overall, I think Gen 2 is better, but Gen 2 does have some issues of its own. Like, for example, you'll have to compile some stuff yourself, even if you use bin packages. And yeah, that's another thing, is Gen 2... yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Python either, and Gen 2's emerge package manager, or portage, rather, relies on Python quite a bit, which does irk me a bit, but I mean, it works. Apparently it's good enough to where CERN uses portage. CERN, as in CERN. By the way, it's spelled Gentoo, but no, not really. I can show you gentoo.org. creating custom packages in Gentoo is a pain in the ass. I hear that actually Gentoo e-builds are easier to do than Arch package builds. I've yet to make an e-build, but it's probably not hard. Now, creating packages in Void Linux, on the other hand, is a pain in the ass. But yeah, so if I go to Get Started, I can read the Gentoo handbook, and it's essentially, let me get Dark Reader. Dark Reader for Firefox. Add. That is AI generated for sure. But yeah, what I can do is hint toolbar. I'll just configure. There we go. And I guess I could do the same for QBE as well. That's nice. So, yeah, so what you do is you essentially, so I can go to preparing the disks, you format your disk. And then after you format your disk, you install the stage file. Then after that, install the base system. So as long as you follow the handbook, installing Gentoo is not all that bad. It might take a while, but it's not that bad. You just gotta read through this handbook, and then you get to installing tools, and then after that, configuring the bootloader, and then finalizing, and after that, you're done. Congratulations, you have a Gentoo system. Or a very minimal Gentoo system. There's still a lot to do after that, like installing your desktop environment, installing necessary packages and stuff, etc. Definitely more minimal than Arch out of the box. But it's worth it. So worth it. And like, especially with a tool like Rebos, it's really not that bad because Rebos automates a huge part of it. Like, here, just for fun, I'll do Rebos gendiff 145. You can see I added all of this. I removed Kuha. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's not a lot of packages added. Huh. I guess I have a very minimal Gentoo installation. Let's see. Never mind. I have 1,307 packages installed with a merge and 62 flat packs. Get function save state token stream state. I'll implement that later, actually. That's not the whole idea behind using Gentoo. I don't compile my own kernel. I use the binary kernel. I use Gentoo because of the use flags and eSelect. Gentoo just gives me finer, granular control. Like, if I wanted to, I could compile my own kernel. Also, I just wanted to stop using systemd because systemd is extremely slow. It takes 5 minutes to shut down this machine when it was running a systemd distribution like Arch. So I'm using the OpenRC init system. Void's run it was really weird. I actually ended up writing an entire utility called Run It CTL to make Run It a bit easier to use, because it was just really weird to use. It's like you have Run It CTL enable, Run It CTL disable, Run It CTL list, Run It CTL list dash dash filter enabled, Run It CTL list dash dash filter disabled, etc. So yeah. And also I can do this. So I have more. There we go. Okay, so that's my token stream. Now what I gotta do is let moot lexer equals self input index 0 errors vec new what is this? Whoa. I've had my Discord account for a very, very long time. Sometimes I wonder, like, I want to look back through my old Discord messages from, like, 2019. Artix is just an absolute mess. There's no way in hell I'm using Artix, ever. If there are errors, return error, return error, lexer errors. If else, return okay. Token stream new tokens. I don't know if that's accurate. I've had Discord since 2019. It could be that Discord's rounding that up or something changed in management of how accounts are managed. Like, I remember using Discord back in 2019, before COVID and all that. COVID started in late 2019. Yeah, there's no way it's from 2020, because I've had Discord before COVID. No, I've always had this account. This has always been my only account. Or, well, I do have alt accounts, but, like, yeah. I just use those alt accounts for snooping around. Or for talking to shady individuals. Yeah, I'm probably not going to dive too much into my illegal activities here on YouTube, but, yeah. Yeah, snooping. What do you mean by other aliases? Actually, that's one of the reasons you'll see me out in the wild on YouTube a lot, is because I don't really have other aliases. No, I don't have backup accounts. I don't see the point. If I get banned on Discord, honestly, I'll see it as a free. I'll consider myself free. This is the last time I'm using Discord. Once this account that I'm using gets banned for whatever reason, I'm not using Discord again. I'll probably reside mainly with email or IRC. Yeah, I heavily dislike Discord because it's proprietary bullshit that's also mainly owned by Tencent. Well, so the problem with Matrix is it's just buggy as frick. Like, the encryption system on Matrix is hit or miss, and there's all kinds of slowdowns and stuff. And then Signal requires your phone number. And honestly, I plan on going off the grid eventually, where I don't even have a phone number. Yeah, I was planning on also making my own chat application centered around the TCP protocol. Well, obviously around TCP, because that's like the only thing you should use for chatting. Who the hell uses UDP to download files and chat to people? That would just be pure irresponsible. Purely irresponsible. custom emojis? What about it? Oh, what features? Yeah, maybe. Actually, probably not, because I also want it to be terminal friendly. So it would stick to the standard Unicode emojis, probably. Oh, maybe it'll have bot support. It wouldn't be a fancy chat application. It'd just be good enough for me to be able to do what I need to do. Okay, that works. Construct token. Okay, so Why do I have a YouTube channel? Why not? Also, I like teaching people things, and also I like showing off things, so obviously I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Time to start making content. Yeah, make a video and then show me so I can give you feedback. I use OBS. Yeah, OBS. What should I do? Come on, Hyperlander. Hyperland's being a little stanky. Haha. Oh, come on. How do I do that? Okay, fine. I'll do it like this. There we go. Alright. See you next time, enemy. Yeah, that'd be a good video topic. Game jam. Or actually, I don't need to open that. There we go. Have a good day or night, enemy. Keyword struct. Right, so I need to do assign identifier. Open curly, close curly, paren bracket. Yep, okay. So I need to do... I guess I could open up a window for that. Like this, and I'll do curlies. Hey, make America great again. I agree. The Windows tile base on the position of your cursor on the current window. Oh. Yeah, well. Yeah, but it's also still influenced like it always, like vertical is still doing that. It's doing the BSPWM thing. I'm doing like the dwindle style. I almost just closed my Helix window. Token type. Okay, so now token span self index self index plus 1. Token new, and of course token kind. Is that what I called it? Token kind. Yep. Token kind. Token type. Kind. Shoot, that's right. I need span new. How do I resize? I guess I can't. I love Rust macros. That's what hold on, I gotta see my C++ implementation for a second. Yeah. Var call. And then colon. Pointer ref token single pointer deref, and then after all that, that's well and good. I gotta do I gotta do ba do ba do do. I guess I could do a token is equal, and then oh, hyperpanel. I've heard of it. Isn't it written in AGS? Um, it, so the thing I have with AGS is it's configured with JavaScript, and also I actually do not like things that are configured with a GUI, and the reason why is it usually means it's harder to save the configuration for something and then to load it back. That's why I like text-based configuration, because text files are like one of the easiest things to save and load. Also, like, I don't need something like hyperpanel. It's unnecessary bloat. I like doing things myself. Yeah, text-based configuration is great. Now, what's this? The stream delay shouldn't be that huge. I have it on low latency, so... Yeah, YouTube latency is always going to be kind of bad. Yeah. Yeah, and trying to reproduce mouse actions is way more complicated. Text-based configuration is not that bad. Like, for example, here's my... Oop, frick. Here's my hyperland configuration. I'm sourcing an external file for hyperland compatibility. I'm setting my monitor settings, some environment variables. I'm executing some stuff. Just some more stuff. Here's a category, so everything in here is related to input. Everything in here is related to the touchpad, which in turn is related to input. And then I've got animation configuration, which, yeah, this might look a little overwhelming because it's using cubic Bezier curves for animations, which are not that bad. They're not that complicated, but they're a little daunting at first. So yeah, text-based configuration is not bad. So like here's where I'm setting some keybinds. Yeah. I wasn't spamming. Also, by the way, this is not NeoVim. This is actually Helix. So keybinds are going to be a bit different when I'm editing documents. Helix has better keybinds. Helix. No, Noxel will be type safe. It will have Rust-style generic casting, but no, Noxel will not implicitly cast types, because that leads to all kinds of issues. A lot of software bugs are caused like that, in languages like Python, for example. Or like even languages like C++. So yeah, here's Helix. Helix is just an alternative text editor. Oh, you're familiar with Helix. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, frick. Also, why are you talking to me in Discord? Oh, wait. Oh. The thing is that I'm quite new to Linux. I switched last week and my dumbass went with Gentoo. Ah, man. Dude, I love Gentoo, but, like, you're way over your head. I mean, if you got Gentoo installed, I'm impressed, especially if you're new to Linux. But yeah, text-based configuration is definitely worth learning and getting used to. It's very useful. You don't want to use a GUI for everything. The Linux terminal is your friend, not your enemy. Once you master the Linux terminal, you have truly mastered your computer. You're the second person I see that is a former NeoVim user who has switched to Helix, but honestly, until plugin support comes around, I won't be able to use Helix, and even if it comes, I stay with NeoVim. I mean, NeoVim's okay. It's not as stable, and it's a little less intuitive, but it's fine. Oh yeah, my first Gentoo installation took me 3 days. You're fine. And keep in mind, like, you're new to Linux. I've been using Linux for multiple years, and it still took me 3 days. I actually do have NeoVim installed for some things. Like, for example, I have... there's a... Because Gentoo is so awesome. You have things like use flags and eSelect, and, like, Portage is just... it's an amazing package manager. Sure, it uses Python, but it's an amazing package manager. It can do so much. Like, for example, I have multiple versions of GCC installed, and I can switch between them, whereas on Arch, it would be a shit show. This is pretty much why I have NeoVim installed, is for this. Someone said I sound gay once, which, do I sound gay? Because I'm not. I know that's completely random, but... This is why I keep NeoVim around. I do sound gay? Dang it. Well, I assure you, I'm not. Actually, I'm kind of a conservative. But, I respect people, so... I sound gay. Dang it. Oh well. Alphabetic. Oh. I should... What's the main thing that got you to switch to Helix from NeoVim? The keybinds. And also the fact that I get this nice command menu to see what I'm gonna do. Helix is just a lot more intuitive. Holy crap, Emacs Pinky's a real thing? Dang. Yeah, I personally won't ever use Emacs because Emacs is GUI based, but it tries to act like it runs in the terminal, which is just weird. They're not similar to NeoVims. Like, for example, So, okay, so here's helix. And then, here's neovim. So, like, for example, if I type some stuff here in helix, and I type some stuff here in neovim, so to select lines in helix, what I do is I press X, and then I can press D to delete, U to undo, Shift U to redo, U to undo, Y to yank, for example. So to yank or delete a line in helix, it'd be something like XD to delete. In neovim, you know, you do DD, U to undo, Control R to redo, U to undo. You do YY to yank, and you do Shift V to line select, and you use the up and down arrows to navigate as opposed to just hitting Shift V again. So helix and neovim do have very different keybinds. There is some overlap, like the HJKL keys and whatnot, and also like :WQ, but they're different. I know Emacs runs in the terminal too, but, like, bro, that's not how it's supposed to be used. W and B. What about W? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, back, forward. Yeah, that's the same. But, like, for example, in helix, if I want to go to the beginning of the line, I do GH. To go to the end, GL. And yeah, so that's different. Increment. Okay. I need to do return sum. Do 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 do. Oh yeah. All right. But don't you miss like neovim plugins and helix and stuff? I actually don't really use. So I actually do have a lot of neovim plugins. I'd be lying if I didn't have a lot, but the thing is, they're not critical to my workflow. They're just kind of a nice bonus. Like, I really do not need much out of a code editor. What window manager I'm using? Well, actually, what I am using is called a Wayland Compositor. I'm using the Hyperland Wayland Compositor. So here's a demo, which doesn't like my choppy scrolling. There we go. And then, like, their website is insanely smooth. They also have, like, this is a lot of fun, too. You can, like, move around, and they have spring physics and stuff. Here's this is Vaxry. Vaxry is the lead developer of Hyperland. Every time he jumps into a stream, he ends up sending me a ton of memes. Vaxry's a funny dude. A through Z, or A through Z, tokenize identifier or keyword. Self. I think I can close this. It's making me a little claustrophobic. Or triggering my claustrophobia a little bit. I should also rename this to token single char, just to be more descriptive. And now moot self, let moot identifier string new. Oop. Hoopla. While self.get while identifier char's count is equal to 0. Or actually, I could use identifier len, which is faster, and it works with 0 since I don't need exact character counts. If identifier.len is 0 and self.get 0 is ASCII alphabetic. Yeah. Yep, is ASCII alphabetic or identifier len is not equal to 0 and self dot get 0 is alpha ASCII alphanumeric. Identifier dot push self dot eat. I should also put Lexer. Where's Lexer? Come on. Where? There we go. If Lexer dot if input dot is ASCII, lexer.errors.push Lexer errors push token no Lexer error new. Lexer error kind not ASCII. Oh. Ooh. Rust is actually being helpful in places where usually languages aren't even helpful. Token kind token kind identifier. Or no, I should do match identifier. Token kind identifier RC new identifier. And now I gotta put struct enum union function var set call return cast I gotta do add sub mul add sub mul div, and now I'll do these. Token kind keyword enum. Token kind keyword union. Token kind keyword function. Token kind keyword var. Token kind keyword set. Token kind keyword call. Token kind keyword return. Token kind keyword cast. And token kind keyword add. Token kind keyword sub. Token kind keyword mul. Token kind keyword div. I need OAdd. And now S. And right, this needs to be borrowed, so it's a string slice, or as str. There we go. And actually, this could also be tokenized identifier, keyword, or type. I modded my key. Yeah, I did. Lightly, I did. I just got a CDU V75 and then I just changed out the keycaps. That's about it. In the description of this live stream, there's a link to a YouTube video where I talk about my keyboard. Because you're not the first person to ask stuff about my keyboard. So I always include a link to a video about my keyboard in my stream descriptions now. I've used Linux since around 2020, 2021, so 4 or 5 years. Almost. Yeah. And before that, I was using Linux in virtual machines. Like, it's only 4 or 5 years that I've actually used Linux exclusively, pretty much. Or at least dual booted. I haven't dual booted in many years, though. Or many years as in, like, 3 years. almost 4. Something like that. Dual booting was a real pain in the ass. And also I just discovered I really didn't need Windows, so I eventually just got rid of Windows completely. I do have a Windows virtual machine, but that's just for making sure some of my software actually works on Windows, because I am a developer, so I need to make sure that everyone is able to use my software. That, like, well, Mac OS users are not guaranteed to be able to, because I don't have a way to test things on Mac OS, so they kind of just have to bite the dust. I tried to install Gentoo on the same drive as Windows 1. As Windows 1. Windows update later, it wiped the whole bootloader for Gentoo, and Gentoo itself another 5 days later fixed it and eradicated Windows. Yeah, Windows is terrible when you try and like dual boot it with Linux and stuff. I've heard some real horror stories about it. If non-num.length is not equal to 1, is equal to 1. Hmm. Okay, in about 15 minutes I have to get off. Alrighty. Identifier, identifier, identifier. I think that's that. Yeah. I think I'm missing a keyword. I am 15, but I'm going to be 16 on December 7th. Yeah, no worries, it's not rude. I mean, I can see how some people might think it's rude, but I think anyone who thinks that's rude is just being sensitive. A little too sensitive. Well, I've been programming since I've been programming since I was 10, so I know some stuff. By the time I'm 20, I'm gonna have 10 years of programming experience under my belt. I'm glad. Yeah, go out there and build something. Yeah, I always love it when I cause people to want to do stuff. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, the best way to force yourself to learn things like programming is to basically, I don't know how to explain it, but it's essentially like why I'm streaming right now. If I wasn't streaming right now, I would easily be getting distracted, getting off topic, and all that. Whereas streaming, I know I'll be letting people down if I don't program, so I'm basically forcing myself to program. I'm giving myself an infinite supply of motivation, essentially, by streaming. Because I'm tricking myself subconsciously. This is something I need to do because my dad's about to turn off my internet connection and this will spoof my MAC address. So I'm just going to give it a second to run. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. I'm just going to let this run in the background. Down there. Strange. You're a very smart man. I find that I understand programming, but so diff to keep the structure and find correct functions. You are very smart, man. Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm smart. I think so too. Yeah, clean code is very important. People who don't write clean code don't write good code. Let's see, is this the Lexer almost done already? Literal, right, I still need literals. But I do just want to see real quick. I should move this outside. Or no, I can simply return none and self errors push self errors push token Lexer error new span or none. No, yeah, some single span. Lexer error kind invalid token. Single span. Single span. So now I just have to implement tokenizing literals. Actually, I'll call this uint just because it's shorter and it also makes sense. And then I'll also say minus self tokenize int literal. And yeah. Also do to do, and I'll do wow, the colors are very off. Right. Function tokenize uint literal token moot self let moot literal will be 0 u128 literal str literal string new, or rather I don't need that. What I can do instead is span. I need to do while self.get 0 is numeric. And just to verify, 0.is numeric, but minus is not numeric. Good. Exactly what I need. Literal times equals 10. Literal plus, or actually, let's see. Yeah, I only need to support decimal literals, so self-eat minus 0. So while there's a number, shift everything in the literal, and also I need to, and then add span.end plus equals 1. So if the literal is one number long, then okay, yeah. So here's tokenizing a unsigned integer literal, now tokening a signed integer literal. I need to say minus is equal to self get 0 equaling a minus sign. If the number is minus, then I gotta flip it at the end. Actually, I could just say tokenize int integer, and this uint doesn't have to be called separately. Integer. I will call this the full thing for consistency. And then There we go. That's integer literal parsing. There we go. Okay, so I gotta get off now, so I'm just gonna test real quick to make sure all of this works. And then I'll finish the lecture and stuff next time. Token stream. Hey, let's go. So, keyword function, type signed integer with 32 bits, token, identifier main, yep, token a close parenthesis, oh, that's not right, wait, oh shoot. What's going on here? Something's up. Lexer. It should work. Instead of using a file, I think I'm gonna yeah, then it gets the open paren, but, yeah, this ain't good. Why is it? What if I squash everything together, then what's missing? Well, squash whatever I can together. Keyword function, identifier main. Yeah, it's just skipping straight to the close parenthesis. For some reason. Open curly, keyword return, literal unsigned integer, yep. And then it's just skipping right over the, dang. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I need to end the stream now, like right this instant. So have a good day, good night, wherever you are. So bye. Bye-bye.